Yeah. Ooh. Hi, y'all. What's good? What's good? Graduation is time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. We got this. Good job, everybody. Good job to myself because I have graduated and successfully transitioned into the fourth dimension. Now I have a fourth dimensional etheric body. Okay. I went through a thing last night what took place in my bed, and I basically transferred into a fourth dimension mind state and a fourth dimensional energetic body where I've tapped into my fourth dimensional body. Now, the powers that be there, it's very strange because they understand and overstand and understand a lot of things over there because I have remote viewed on Sirius, the star Sirius, and the beings there, they're very weird. I mean, they're not human, but they're humanoids, and they're very strange because, and they're mysterious because they know a lot of stuff, like deep, like overbearing wisdom of information and experience that they have. When I did remote view that place in Sirius. Okay, so the first ability that I have is called remote viewing. It's when your third eye is open to a point where you can see into another realm, into the spirit realm. I'm not going to say another realm because there's only two realms, spirit realm and reality. And this reality is an illusion. It is. It's very fixed in a energetic material way where the density of the molecules or the light particles are fixed and trapped inside of a light cube or something trapped. Light is trapped inside of itself, or no, light is trapped in a Metatron's cube, and this is what makes up matter in this realm in reality. And this is how you see things. You can see because the light that reflects off your eyes bounce back and go back into your eyes so that you can be able to see what it is that you're looking at. And if you focus on something, it grows because of the intensity of the focus. See, my intellect is coming back, so my intelligence is coming back. The focus point grows, and you start to observe, let's say, a non-moving object or a moving object. The intensity grows, and you may put on an effect or impose upon it energy to manipulate or utilize, just to control the energy, or put your intentions out there into reality to intend to do something with a certain thing or object or someone. The remote viewing from the fourth dimension. See, I remote viewed the fourth dimension, and I'm trying to remember, there's technology in the fourth dimension, but the technology there is very high tech, very advanced, and they have the ability to remote view our dimension and even higher ones that are existing currently now. My goal is to reach the fifth dimension where it is heaven or some sort of paradise that I may be able to achieve and be there at a state of being. So, the remote viewing that I did, I basically went into like this weird sort of trance where I was laying in my bed because my back was hurting and I'm just like relaxed as shit, and I'm laying down on my bed and hey, you know what I'm saying? My body is vibrating, but I'm not really feeling the vibrations as intense as a REM sleep or out of body experience would be. But I started to feel a little tingling around in my body, and I went inside of a remote viewing seeing point, and I saw a first person point of view perspective and I even felt things from a remote viewing point of view perspective. I don't know what that was exactly, but I felt the feeling of someone like tapping on, no, just one tap on a hammock, which is like one of those sleep hammocks that you lay on your in the beach and stuff. You lay on it. I felt it. I felt the person brush his hand on the hammock, and I felt it. And my hand vibrated, and I felt the sensation of even feeling the experience of touching the hammock. And the remote viewing was intense a little bit at that point. And then I started to go and then put my intention to go deeper. And what I did was I kind of steered away from it a little bit. But when I put my attention out there, before I steered away from it, it gravitated towards back to it, and I was on point, and I got deeper into it, and then I started to feel this. I felt this sting or some sort of not a sting. It was like a shot, like a spark, and it was in my stomach, like my belly, and I started to feel this, like, yo, everything started to turn on in my body. I don't know what the fuck it was, but everything started to just shift in gear. And like my mind was right, my body was right, my heart was right, my soul was right. And I just had the sense of just like, I just had the sense of the knowing of like the thought of I'm saved and I'm in the fourth dimension. And this is where I get the information from, of me making this video and putting it out there saying that I'm in the fourth dimension. What I experienced today was it was like your mind. See, the Kabbalion. I'm looking into it because I want to read the book, but I gotta read several books, or a few books, just to get an idea, a sense, of concept of it, to understand and grasp, to understand and overstand the concept of the Kabbalion. Because I'm going to get some library books and read a lot of library books that I wrote down in my book, my notes over there, and I'm gonna get some books and I'm gonna start reading and doing a lot of shit because I want some deep shit, because I want to go further. I want to go farther. All right, and I've been having like these visions of me, like just me putting my imagination in that state of mind where I'm fighting demons and devils. I'm not gonna say the devil is wrong, the devil is bad. No, the devil is your friend. It sounds bad when I say that. It's not as bad as you think, because Lucifer is the prince of the air, the musician, the artist, the dancer, the king, the prince of the air. And what do you breathe? Air. So you need Lucifer. You need him. He's your friend. This is what I learned from what was his name? Dr. Phil Valentine. I was watching one of his videos. I was watching a few of them, and I got so much information and wisdom from it. I guess, I don't know. It was just a lot of information piled onto my brain. And then later on, he talked about in the video, you're gonna utilize the information when the time comes, or something like that, and it's gonna come. God speaks in geometry, but the information that I got, I'm gonna be able to use it and apply the knowledge that I've learned, because I've got the information, and now I understand what he's saying because I resonate with it. God speaks through geometry and numbers, calculated mathematics. And when I was doing numerology, and doing the numbers and stuff with the numbers, with putting the numbers together, what was it, numerology chart, and I did cut my hair. I'm sorry, y'all see that? I cut my hair. Jen looks nice. I did it. People say I look nice. I got a lot of compliments today because I was dressed for an interview, and I was looking sharp. But anyway, boy, I was looking sharp. I can't let that go with that one, because I know I was looking sharp, and people knew that I was looking sharp, and that's how I know, because I know. I know what I know. Now, what was I saying? Oh, that's my speaker. God speaks through geometry. God's language is through geometry. So all of these dimensions, all of these material things have a geometric form. Light has a geometric form. I don't think the darkness has a geometric form. I think it's just a void. I want to get past this I think type of way of speaking. I want to just know exactly what I'm speaking, what I'm talking about, because this is the intellect of the mind when you get into the Kabbalion, and when you expand your knowledge and wisdom and all that good stuff. God speaks through geometry. Now, this here is geometric because it has a circle at the bottom, and it's almost like a triangle at the top. It's a geometry because it's a shape. Shape is geometry. Um, Geometry creates shapes, and the angles are degrees of the geometry or something. But degrees, angles, and shapes, geometry, they all go in together. That's why there's Freemasonry and Masonry. All of this stuff exists on this earth and stuff. That's why they're all here, Illuminati and all that. They're all here. There's a dark thing that's going to happen in the future, and I've seen it before I was knowing that I've seen it. The earth, there is going to be an apocalypse. If you look at Dr. Phil's Valentine, I shared it to a lot of people on Instagram, but one person said, stop sending me that shit. Stop sending me this shit. I was like, okay. I put a dot, like, period. That's it. Done. Because I'm not fucking with people like that. That don't want to know more. That don't want to expand their knowledge. They don't want to stay asleep and dumb. I ain't fucking with y'all because I'm on another level. You got to meet me where I'm at. And then I go further. You go further. We good. You feel me? So, so this is what I'm going through with this knowledge quest, because I'm speaking and communicating the spirit all the time, and I'm in tune all the time till it's 2020, and then I'll get back into another grind mode or some shit that is gonna be forever hustled, and I'm gonna start grinding and new beginning on 2020, and I ain't got too much to say on this video. I just want to put this video out here because I just want to make a video because I wanted to share my experience. Now, geometry, I ain't pay attention in high school. I did not pay attention. Now I regret kind of a little bit. I want to know more about geometry. So as you look at your shapes and your circles and squares and triangles, you look at the elements of the earth. They got certain geometric forms and shapes, patterns that they hold and contain within these earth elements, these water elements, these air elements, and fire elements, and ether element, which is spirit. The 5 elements of this earth, this realm. Now, I was trying to break down the spiritual realm, but I couldn't. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't do it well enough. And emotion and energy and motion and all this stuff that it's in my book. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all want to comment and let me know that if y'all want to see my book, it's in there. This shit is deep, man. Because I write down a lot of shit that I get inspired by through the people on YouTube and from my own insight and knowledge and experience and wisdom that I put down on paper. And then I decode the shit so I can debunk it and then use it because I apply my knowledge through my book. And if you know it, you look at it, it's a lot of deep shit in there. I'm going to just show y'all right there. Hold on. Hold that thought. So, remember what I was talking about with the numerology. So, the numerology is in here. You see this? This is a lot of numerology shit. I got pages and pages of it. And basically, they add up to these numbers. These words add up to numbers in the numerology. The numbers don't lie. The numbers do not lie. And here's another one. You guys can see that. There, right there. And my handwriting is not that perfect, but it's all right. So, law equals 9. For some reason, these numbers, and I'm gonna show y'all the blueprint of this, of how you can understand the numbers and the letters that equal to how they equal up to their value. Red is 1, and it's AJS. Orange is 2, and there's the bucket. 3 is yellow. You get the idea, all the way to gold and stuff and such and such. So these things have value, and numbers do not lie. And this is also what I wrote down. Is let me show you the real one because I wrote this one down. But let me just show y'all. I decode my own shit that's going on with me, and I basically break it down to the point where I understand myself, and to understand myself, so that I can go further in my evolution and progress of my consciousness. All right, I write all this shit down. All this shit down. All this shit is real. It's real life. Merkaba. And it's not really a Merkaba right there showing you, but it's just showing you the understanding of A to point B to point C. And this is how your conscious, your unconscious mind, your conscious mind, and your subconscious mind are working together. If they are working together. Because see, you look at this, because I got this from one of these, what was it, Farrakhan? No, it was one of these guys. I think it was Farrakhan. Yeah, it was. But he said, it wasn't Farrakhan. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. But A is you, which is that A right there at the top. It's the top of the pyramid. B is the intellectual symbol of the reflected reality, which is the reflection of your thought that you intend to manifest. And then C is the reality that you have manifested. So C is that reality that you have manifested, and it goes into a triangle. And if you understand this stuff, I'm telling you, you'll get the fucking enlightenment and shit. You'll get it. This is the real one that I wrote down and shit. So this is the blueprint that I wrote down. I didn't finish the bottom because I already know what the fuck it is. So y'all see that? This is what I went. This is what I went through the process, because I had. If you look at your breath and if you observe your breath, you breathe out your nose. This is a Sahu man. If you can hear your own inner voice or your own breath speaking to you, you'll understand and hear your own self saying, Sahu, Sahu, Sahu. You know, Sahu man. Then you got an Ab man, which is the AB man. Ab man. Ab man is I'm not gonna break that down. I already know what that is. But you guys see this. You ever seen this before? The top of the iceberg. The subconscious, the conscious mind is the tip of the iceberg. The subconscious mind is the base, the bottom of the iceberg. So to understand, to really manipulate this realm, this reality, you got to understand, unlock your subconscious mind to reprogram and decode this matrix that we in, this reality. This is what I'm doing in my own pace, because it's a step-by-step process. We're starting from step by step. This is what I wrote down too. Psychology is the study of human behavior. The psyche is the mind. The mind is the spirit. The problems in the mind come from the human spirit. Psychobiology is a sound that is, okay, let me read it again. Psychobiology, get it? The sound is the activator of the brain, frequency. Awakens the brain. Sound is the key to fully awakening the brain. Sound is the key. Frequency is the key to unlocking the brain's fully potential. 100% brain power. So that means that you need a frequency of let's say 528 hertz or a love frequency, or anything that repairs DNA and then unlocks the DNA. And the frequency communicates with your DNA. When you hear people yelling, they're yelling and they're angry, it messes with your energy. It messes with your vibration. So this is the frequency that is a low frequency. Now, a high frequency would be love. Hi, how you doing? You look good, girl. Hey, I like them shoes you wearing. You know, you make me feel good when I see you wear them shoes. You know what I'm saying, girl? You feel that, though, because I feel good when I said that. So you understand frequency is going to up you or down you. Now, sound is the key to fully awakening the brain. Kundalini awakening the serpent. Serpent is the symbol of wisdom. Sound is what the ancients used to communicate with spirit. Spiritual power is a non-physical weapon. We're in a spiritual warfare right now. All right, they're fighting for our minds. They're fighting for consciousness. We are fighting for our own minds to maintain and can control our own minds. This is a spiritual warfare. All right, and I think I got shot in the stomach last night, but I fought the shit because I felt like I don't know. I don't know if it was a spark or I got shot, because that's real. That's real, because they have the power to to remote view and shoot things at you in a remote view artillery type of shit. They have that technology. It's a technology. It's a spiritual technology where they utilize spiritual warfare, spiritual techniques, spiritual psychic people to hurt you and on a psychic level, in a spiritual battle, like in a spiritual way. They fight you.